Hello, Wolfpack. What a day it has been in the market. Of course, everyone has been stressed out to a certain extent, including myself, because we were expecting a drop, and we did predict a drop if we did drop below this region. But I don't think anyone predicted it to be that harsh. I don't think it could be predicted at all. And the only obvious explanation for this is manipulation from either the exchanges, some institutions, or whatever, or some collective manipulated activity. Because I tell you right now, dropping that fast is completely unprecedented and completely unnatural. I was looking at the chart today, and I saw it go from around 52,000 USD to around 41,000 USD within a matter of 15 to 25 minutes. No amount of retail selling is going to push the price down that much. We've since recovered to 47,000 USD, but we're going to stick by what we said before, and what we said was, if we close a daily candle below this resistance line, the bull market is most likely coming to an end. Okay, and I've been exercising caution. I've been encouraging you guys to exercise caution since we lost 58.5k. All right, and that was back here on November 17th. All right, so for about 3 weeks, I've been exercising caution. I've been encouraging you guys on the channel to exercise caution for 3 weeks since 58.5k. I don't want to brag, but this is a business at the end of the day, and I do need to grow the business. So if you did listen to me, and if you did take my opinion seriously at that point, you would have saved yourself a hell of a lot of money. And I'm happy to have been able to help some of you through this correction, because it has been pretty harsh, and no doubt a lot of people would have learnt a lot of lessons, particularly those who leverage trade. With over $2 billion US dollars in leverage positions being liquidated in a matter of about an hour, right? That doesn't happen naturally. It's obviously manipulation, and we can see that some bids have been filled in the 42k region by the same manipulators that actually pushed the price down before. So what they did, they triggered a mass sell-off below the resistance, below the support, because they know that, and this is what they do, right? They know that everyone is looking at this yellow support line. They know that everyone is looking at this descending wedge, and they know that everyone is looking at the bull market support band. And so what they do is they sell what they can, and they cause panic to push it below those regions. And as soon as it gets below those regions, everyone starts panicking because they think the bull market is over. Then it turns into a massive tumbling effect until prices get to a point in which people realize that, hey, no matter what we just broke, that's a bloody good price, right? And that's what happened at 42k. You can see we bounced clean off of the resistance zone we set here in January back at the start of the year. We bounced clean off of that, and we also bounced clean off of some support that we had back here, and also kind of the September correction also back here as well. So, if you managed to get Bitcoin at 42k, you must have had magic powers, because it was only there for like literally 20 seconds. I managed to get some at 43k. However, I did run into some problems with the exchange because Binance basically scammed me. I am Australian, so I trade in AUD and I convert my currency to USDT. And upon converting, I found out that the currency conversion rates were severely off what they were meant to be. And so just from a singular conversion that I usually do from a fee of 0.01%, I ended up paying around 13% for a conversion. And so my buying price was significantly higher than what I intended it to be. And this is why I don't like the major exchanges. This is why I much prefer decentralized exchanges, because you don't run into some sort of problems. And obviously there are problems with decentralized exchanges as well, one of which being they are built on tokens that are highly volatile. However, Binance particularly is a terrible exchange, and honestly, I can't really tell you a few good reasons why you should use it. The only reason I use it is because it has the lowest trading fees, right? And when you're trading large quantities of money, those fees will eat you alive. So definitely be cautious of that. Right, don't trust these exchanges blindly. Double check. All right, the only reason I didn't do that is because, as I said, we were literally down in that region for like less than a minute. So I was acting very, very fast. And obviously, when you're acting that fast, you're prone to not do the double checking that you usually would do. But there is some problems on Binance's end that they really need to get sorted out, and I've been pretty upset about that today. I think a lot of people have been upset about that as well. But the whole video, and I'm 4 minutes in here, I'm just kind of rambling, but the whole video that I'm making today is, what are we doing? What's going on now? Because we said, if we drop below this line here, we drop below the bull market support band, it's pretty much over for Bitcoin in terms of the bull market. And I think that is the case. However, I do want to note before the start of this video, if we somehow miraculously come back up and close above, okay, if we somehow do that, and that could happen, I'm not saying it can't happen. I mean, look what happened today. No one would have said that would have happened, okay? If we come back and we close above, say, 51.5k, that's actually not going to be a bear market confirmation, because I've said I only trade upon daily closes, okay? If we come back and we close above 51.5k on this daily candle, that would count as a hold for the bull market support band for support, okay? So we can potentially do that. We've got 13 hours. It could happen, right? It's only about a 10% gain from here. It definitely could happen. And in fact, if we close that somehow and it actually turns green, that would be a very bullish sign, because that would be a massive bullish hammer formation. And, everything is critically undervalued right now. So we'll look for that. But if that doesn't happen, look, and we close where we are now, it's really not a good sign. But there is the potential for recovery still. But I really wouldn't be buying anything in this region besides Bitcoin and Bitcoin that you're willing to hold for the long term, right? I wouldn't be buying altcoins here. Just wouldn't be doing it. Doesn't make sense to me, because although there is a chance, and there is a considerable chance, that we come back up in time for the daily close, because we've seen high volatility today. We'll have to see what happens. There is a chance that happens. Altcoins are just not good buys right now. The risk-reward ratio is terrible, because altcoins, if we do see a bear market, will never reach these prices until the next bull market, even these prices. So it's just not a good bet to make, whereas Bitcoin, most of you people who hold Bitcoin would be planning to hold it for the very long term, and so it doesn't really matter if you buy it slightly higher. And Bitcoin's also naturally a lot less volatile, so if it moves down a little bit and you want to sell still, you lose significantly less than you would on altcoins. Altcoins got absolutely wrecked today, and that's something to note as well. So we've lost everything, right? Lost it all. One thing we are finding support on, as I've said, also, is that 42k region. It's also this 200 SMA, which we're currently above right here. And we also have the VPR showing us a bit of volume coming in from around the 47k support zone. So that's a bit of volume there. I think it's unlikely, if we do see a drop here and do see a bear market, I think it's very unlikely that we'll just go straight down like we've been doing. There will be dead cat bounces. And what is another likely scenario is that we come up and actually test this region again, come up to around 54k, 53k as a dead cat bounce around a little bit, and then drop down. Because if it is a bull market, if it is a bear market, we're not just going to go straight down. That's not how it works, right? It's a long, drawn out downwards move. There's going to be bounces along the way where people get bullish. There's going to be support zones as well. You don't just go straight down, especially when you've had a year of consolidation like this. So we'll have to look out for that. But ultimately, what we're looking at right now, before we make any further analysis, because this is the most important thing I'm looking at on Bitcoin, is whether it can miraculously somehow save this daily candle and come up to 51.5k. I don't think it's very likely. It is possible, though. I mean, we've seen the volatility today. I'm not going to say anything's impossible at this point. But as of right now, that's what we're looking at. And we've got, I've got personally a lot more updates coming on Bitcoin. What's going to happen if we do see a bear market? Where are we going to go? What are indications? How long is it going to take to get there? All of that is coming soon. I don't want to jump the gun, though. I'm going to be waiting for the daily candle close. If we close terrible, that's going to be a different story. Now, I'm also going to be waiting for the weekly candle close, which is in 2 days. Okay, so the day after tomorrow's close. And the reason why the weekly candle is very important in my eyes is because the weekly candle is what the bull market support band is based on, right? It's the 20-week SMA and the 21-week EMA. So we've got tomorrow's daily candle close and then the next daily candle close, and then I will make bear market videos if we are below that region, right? We're also bouncing off the 50-week SMA as well. So look, we have support, no doubt. We bounced off this in both July, and we bounced off this in September. Now we're kind of bouncing off it now a little bit. We do have support left, and there is a chance that we come up for recovery, but it's not a chance that I'm willing to take, okay? And it also is a chance, not for a full recovery, but also a chance for a dead cat bounce that won't really take us anywhere, and then potentially head and shoulders pattern. So the market doesn't look good no matter which way you want to spin it, but we are going to be waiting because there is still a slim chance of recovery, and it could happen for sure, but I wouldn't be relying on it right now. I'd just be waiting to see what happens and then reacting if it does happen, like my usual investing strategy is. Now, on the weekly chart, we can see, we're on the verge here of a bearish MACD cross. So if this candle does close red below the bull market support band, that would be an indicator that the bear market is coming for sure, okay? Closing red here below the bull market support band, below currently around 51.5k, that would be a bear market indicator for sure. We shouldn't be seeing a bearish MACD cross on the weekly chart this late into the cycle, especially with the stochastic RSI moving downwards as well. It wouldn't be a good sign at all. So look, just to clarify one more time, I'm waiting for the next 2 daily candle closes to be 100% certain about what's going to happen. I think it doesn't look good at all. We shouldn't have lost that region, but there is the potential that this was caused by manipulation, and so it could be resolved by manipulation as well. Let's see how it goes. We'll be keeping an eye on it closely. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next one. Caution has paid off. Keep calm. Keep logical. Don't let your emotions get to you. Don't do too much trading in this region. Very, very risky. Wait for confirmations. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one.